been knew that was phony. I been knew that. Bitch, I see what lonely. See little pot of red gold. Talk 95 to the cold, bitch.
Yo, today about to be reacting to the genre killing the underground. Now, I don't know if you mean killing in a good way, killing in a bad way. Could be talking about opium killing in a good way. I don't really listen to underground these days, but back 2016, 17, maybe 18, I love the underground. Let's see what's happening.
Yo, what's up? Happy New Year. Follow my Instagram. So lately, I've been so turned off from the underground. I sat up and asked myself, why do I not like the underground right now?
Because,
I've made videos.
Bro, the underground sound like gibberish right now. That one, what is dude name? You be like, what is his name, bro? When I see him, I know.
Or where, you know, when it was at that current state with the crash out music, quote unquote, and the promo and the allegation.
Dude on the left, I don't know his name, but dude, his music is so ass to me, bro. It sounds like brain rock music, bro. I don't know people listen to that.
Seem to touch most niggas that pop up. But I wanted to know, like, why I just haven't enjoyed the music itself, right? Because usually, y'all know, I listen to a certain artist where I'm able to ignore the allegations. But, you know, I thought about it. I'm like, all right, who's up right now? And whose names are, like, the biggest in the underground space? You know, you got Che, Osama San. Obviously, you got others like Xavier, Teezus, Nine, Fake Mink, Netspin, Tanda.
Netspin. No, that's not his name.
I want to specifically talk about Osama San, Che, and what's the King of Mexico's name? I can't think of his name. Something about slime in it or something. Now, when you look up the current age of these artists, Osama San is 21 or 22, I think. Che is like 19, and Too Slimy is more than likely also 19. Keep following. With Whole Lotta Red coming out on Christmas of 2020, these guys couldn't have been no more to 13 to 15 years old when that album came out. Osama being a little older, but whatever. Now, listening to their older music, Osama.
Oh yeah, high school when that shit came out. I don't know.
Che were, best way I can explain it, you know, they were different. There was just a swag to their music that at this point couldn't really be replicated. And that kind of ties into, I guess, the era of music we were at in that point. I mean, this is what, I want to say 2022, 2023, which sounds crazy, but that was a little minute ago. This was in that era where we were actually hearing different sounds in music. And sure, it was heavily influenced by, like, you know, Summers and Chief Keef and other random pieces of music, but Che in particular was making music that didn't sound like anything else at that point. And I remember talking about this with some of my friends, that his music kind of reverted in the sense of him actually being different, but we're gonna come back to that. This album On Screen has found a way to come up numerous times on this channel, and I've never really wanted to talk about the impact of it because I wanted a lot of time to pass by. I feel like 5 years after something comes out, you should have a lot to go out.
2021.
When referring to this impact,
I graduated high school in 2021. Yes, I was grown.
Really change anything? Is it still relevant in today's conversation?
I graduated when I was 17. Y'all don't care though.
And to quickly answer those two questions, yes, 100%. Something else I'll sort of get into is like, what would music, specifically the underground, be like without this album coming out? Well, I first need to preface that Whole Lotta Red is not the end all be all as far as the underground goes. You know, you guys, me included, honestly, could definitely put some names of artists in the comments right now that are not pulling inspiration from this album in the slightest. But if we're looking at the current day 2026 underground rap, you know, music scene, it seems like most of the bigger names went on to get on these audio distressing rage beats that, in my honest opinion, I feel like killed the underground. So what even is an underground?
They might as well tie the new underground in with heavy metal. How violent and how erotic the music is.
Right, because I mean, Jesus Christ, I made a video a very, very long time ago trying to explain the underground, and I don't regret that video because,
like, Summers and Autumn, they're my favorite artists. Summers and Autumn and SSG Kobe. I guess So Fuego, he not underground no more. He was underground once upon a time. But that's the time when I was really into underground. I don't know what they got going on now. But Summers, Autumn, So Fuego, SSG Kobe, they really carried my underground.
Definitely served as a purpose to get me to where I am today. But truthfully, there are many, many, many different elements that would make a song underground, quote unquote. And I think that That's what
Or
makes
make
it
it
underground.
underground.
Don't let that go over your head. There are many elements of a song that can make it an underground-esque song. So does that mean that Drake could hop on the Rock on the Track beat and make an underground song? No, in fact, I'd argue that Rock would become mainstream because of that, because this is much simpler said than understood, but the mainstream is more of a powerhouse than the underground, right? It's little things like how I think there are certain artists in the underground that are miles better than current Drake, but the numbers would heavily disagree with me. Do you get what I mean? But we're gonna dial it back a bit before I make a video within a video. So the main point is that none of these super mainstream artists get on these whole lot of red inspired beats. Now, while there are a few different reasons for that, one of the biggest is that Cardi is mainstream. The mainstream did not need to copy him because duh, they're already mainstream. Keep following me. If someone like Travis Scott or Kendrick got on one of these nasty ass beats, then people wouldn't like it. Or like most mainstream rappers.
I don't like Travis Scott. I feel like Travis Scott is so overrated. His music is made for a certain type of people, and I'm not that certain type of people. And that are people of the lighter skin tone, because it's definitely not for me.
They'll bandwagon it because, you know, of the name that's attached.
Moses, he like Travis Scott. He be trying to convince me he's one of the top artists. I'm cool, bro.
But with the underground, it's a bit more complex as to why some people would say, oh, you're cloning XYZ, you're cloning such and such, or you're paying homage, versus some people saying this is very XYZ coded or XYZ inspired. Now, I know I'm throwing a lot of information at you, but you gotta keep listening.
You in class, nigga.
Niggas was saying that Fiji Macintosh was a Cardi clone at one point, if you guys remember. Which honestly is fair, because at the time his music literally sounded like this.
That's not Cardi? What the hell?
Now, this was just a very, very early on example of what was to come. And while it wouldn't be that obvious in these newer guys at first, it definitely delved deeper into it. And I don't know. I don't want to say it sucks, because seriously, it's not even that it's bad. It's more so that at this current moment, that's what's big. And before you niggas hit me with there's other artists, you just haven't discovered them yet. My nigga, it is my job to talk about music. You think I haven't discovered Lil Minor Lover 666 with 12 monthly listeners? Trust me, bro.
Little Minor Lover. That's a crazy name.
I have probably been in the scene a lot longer than most of you niggas watching this video. It's not about every single artist. It's mainly about the bigger ones. So let's start with Osama-san. Now let me preface, because y'all like to take my words and act like I'm saying something completely different or entirely miss my point. I fuck with Osama-san, I really do. I think that as an artist, he's actually talented. However, I've known about Osama since 2022, bro. Long before Psychotic and Jump Out. And it's completely fine if you disagree with me, but let me show you something.
That shit hard though. Come on. Run that back.
But let me show you something.
I like the first one.
Parents of children who play Roblox.
Hey man, I'm gonna get an ad block when I
if
get my
your child
songs,
was
bro. Don't worry
sexually
about
exploited,
it. Hey, what's the name of that first song? That'll be my new intro.
So it's
Hold on, how I go again?
if you disagree with me, but let me show you something.
I want to hear that. What you guys think of this? It sound like retro video game music. Bro.
It's almost jarring, the difference between these two songs. And I'm very sure you could guess which one it is that I fuck with a little bit more, which one is more favorable to me. Now, it's not even just because the first song is calmer, it's just that I can understand him. It didn't feel like I was having an audio panic attack. Yeah, it's just a nice vibe song.
There was a lot going on in that second song. Got lasers and all that extra shit.
Like, I would cut that shit on around my mama, bro. I cut the second on, and it just feels like I should sue bro for emotional distress. I'm just keeping it a buck, bro. And the crazy thing is that it's not even a bad song. It's just, why is the entire album this fucking sound? Oh yeah, we know why. Do not ask me why my big grown adult ass decided to do this, but I had nothing better to do, so I went to an Osama-san concert. And if I can find the video, I'll put it on screen. I think I literally only recorded like one video, but when I tell y'all, oh wait, I did tell y'all. Maybe I should have rewatched my own video before.
Horrible. I mean, it depends on what concert you're going to. I went to a G Herbo concert. That was pretty lit. I went to Summer Smash. Had all types of concerts within a span of 3 days. That was lit. I love Summer Smash. Who else I go to? I just went to a Young Boy concert. Young Boy, I love that concert. That was top 5 up there with Summer Smash, and I saw like 50 other artists that day. I mean that weekend. Who else, bro? I've been to a couple concerts. I went to a Lucky concert. I ain't gonna get into what I listened to, but I went to a lot of Baby Tron.
Going because let me tell y'all something, bro. And this is no disrespect to the Goose Creek Freak, but I dead ass think that was one of the most boring concerts of my life. Bro showed up late, somebody peed on someone in the crowd. I'm dead ass. And I was trying to find the set list for the show before I went, and every single one I found for other cities, he actually performed songs.
This nigga would piss on me while I'm trying to turn up to Young Boy or Baby. Bro, get the
like. And yes, I get it. It was the Psychotic tour, so I was expecting to hear Psychotic songs, but I didn't hear CTSV. Nothing from Jump Out, which is fair. That's a whole different album. You know, it wasn't for me. And when we talk about Che next, that's like my main point for this entire video. This rage, ear rape music is genuinely just not for me. But I think what's happening is this type of genre is destroying the community, bro. I really do. So Che, on the other hand, I would say is actually an even more extreme example of this, because when his LP, you know, Rest in Bass came out, right? I listened through that entire thing. Some of you may not have heard this because my audience is all over the place, but the best way I can explain it, actually, here.
Man, hell no, I would get a headache listening to this shit, bro. Like I said, bro, they might as well tie this into heavy metal. This type of music gets its own category. This is not underground, bro. This is heavy underground. That's what I'm gonna call it.
So now Che,
It's too much.
I can't lie, his music from before this era, man, bro. What's up, Bay? New truck, Bay. Like that, you know, that Chief Keef influence is heavy on his older music. And it's like, it's funny saying older when I'm literally only talking about like a year or two before today, but you know how fast this music shit moves.
Yeah.
Point is how does he go from this to this? Because it's not just evolution.
Because it's cool right now. They're trying to sell Mystique. So Mystique can only be sold for so long by a certain amount of people. They see the method work with Destroy Lonely and Ken Carson. So it's like, hey, why not, man? I want to be like
to an artist. It also has nothing to do with the fact that him and Cardi are from the same city. The mainstream exposure of rage music is affecting a lot of artists in the scene, bro. On top of the fact that most of them are kids, they were seeing Uzi, Cardi, and other rage pioneers. Some of us grew up on Skrillex, me included, and it makes for these artists to grow up enjoying that distorted, loud sound. This album by Che, it's pretty predictable, and that's fine. He doesn't have to be so avant-garde all the time, but I can't sit up and act like I don't like his older, calmer music a little more.
If the Colonel saw the price of a lunch today, he'd have some choice words. But with KFC's $5 bowl
more, and I don't know if I've already said this, but I listen to Death Grips, Machine Girl, Splittercore, like, I don't mind noise that can assault my ears. But because I've heard closed captions by Che, you know, I can't lie, I miss that sound. That sound sounded like he was trying to do something different, very far from what was popular at the time. And that album played a huge part into why he got bigger, actually. But it is what it is. Look, man, my theory is that because a lot of these younger artists grew up on distortion and these explosive 808s and noise, their music is turning into that. And I'm just wondering, is that the era we're in now with like what people want to hear? And I gotta hammer this down. I don't mind rage that much. I just really don't only want to hear that. I know people are gonna chalk this up to me hating, but I'd rather y'all chalk
hold on.
It's up to me, you know, just being old, honestly.
Honestly, bro, it's not. I don't think you're hating. And it's like, for somebody to be able to walk through a whole day just listening strictly to that, you need help. You need help indeed. Because that's a lot to take in for one day. You say music is very powerful. You got 432 hertz, you got 435 hertz, and so on and so forth. And music dictates the person's mood. If you walking around blasting this for 24 hours out the day, come on, bro.
God knows how many times that I was introduced to the underground at a pretty young age because of a few different factors. And I don't know. I mean, I just feel like this is one of the least impactful eras we've ever been in. and I feel like there's not as much innovation as there used to be. Back in my day, the music was better, Face ass. But it literally was. I don't care. You niggas are getting promo demons like Too Slimy shoved into your ears, and you're in.
Now, I might sound hypocritical because X has some good rage music, but it comes to a point. X was so XXXTentacion, by the way. He was so versatile and so all over the place. It compensated for all the extra stuff. So it's like, it's cool to be ragey here and then have your own stuff going on. But if your whole persona is ragey, bro, good luck, buddy, bro. You can only get
because
so far.
Well, there aren't that many more options on the upper echelon when it comes to the top underground, which is like an oxymoron if you really think about it. I don't know, man. It is what it is. Can y'all stop acting like this album is that good, by the way? It's really not. Y'all want me to be for real?
It is.
Y'all want me to be for real?
It is.
I Am Music is better than a whole lot of Red.
You are right. Yeah. I like how you switched up his flow. Yeah.
I'm gonna just keep it a buck, bro.
I give you that.
And if we're being
we
real,
ain't gonna act like a whole lot of Red was ass though. Remember, everybody was calling that ass. Then maybe a couple months later, now everybody messing with it. Come on, bro. Let's be real here.
I don't even fuck with these two albums like that to begin with. Die Lit is better than both of them combined.
True. 100% right. You got that, my guy.
It really is what it is. Anyway, I'm UVXEX.
Hey, let me know what y'all think down in the comments below. For those who intake today's underground, is it better than old underground? I don't even mean to sound old. I'm not even old. I'm 22. Call it what you want. Whatever. I don't care. But me personally, I'm going to say old underground was way better than new underground. This new underground, everybody want to be the same person. Everybody using the same sound. Everybody want to be Mystique and mad and rage and all this extra shit, you know. But no, let me know what y'all think. And I'm going to catch you niggas in the next one. Yes, sir.